Right, Mike?
What?
So many more ducks?
Yeah, as many as you can fit.
Okay, in that case, they take up literally like hardly any of it. So we can probably have 100. So today is a very exciting day because a lot has happened on the farm and I'm so excited to show you guys. I don't know if you guys can hear the quacking of the ducks behind us, but we are on a mission right now to try to catch our ducks so we can show them something really, really cool. But they're probably gonna run from us. Mrs. Butters is still very broody, but let's go ahead and get right into this because as you guys can see in the title, we built a huge pond for our animals, very much inspired by our ducks, now that we have ducks. So yeah, I'm super excited to show you what's been going on. Over the last 3 days, Mike's friend brought his excavator over and built us this pond for a couple good reasons. Basically, one of the main reasons was that we needed an extra water source for our horses and livestock because there's really nothing on this property that gives them extra water. You know, we do live on a well, so if it was really dry out and it went dry, we can't really fill up our water troughs or anything, so that constantly gives them a place to have clean drinking water and so that they can cool down as well. Day 2 of the pond. Still have all of that right there to get dug. And it's going to really help out in the summer rainy time when our pastures get completely flooded. It'll all just go back into the pond area. And one of my favorite parts, it gives our ducks a place to go and swim around and be ducks. So like I said, it took them 3 days and there was also a dump truck that they were putting the dirt right into the dump truck. And then they would move it out and dump the dirt onto the pasture because we want to keep all this dirt for the pasture. Mrs. Butters is still very hunched because she's broody, but they're looking for water. They were just by the pool, but we're showing them the pond that we built for them. So like I said, we were trying to capture them, but we're trying to see if we can just do this method and kind of guide them out there. Oh, Mrs. Butters, stretch your neck out. You look so uncomfortable. All right, we are headed in the right direction. Let's just see if they stay on course and they will be very happy. It's working, Mike. So far. Let's go, babies. They're about to be very happy once they figure this out. Oh my gosh, this is the first time we've seen them go over here. They didn't even know it was back here because it obviously just happened. Go, go, go. It's okay. Don't be scared. Oh, I'm so happy. There it is. Exactly what we wanted it for. It's like they came up to us and asked us where this was because this has been done all day and they haven't really bugged about it. They haven't bugged us around by the pool and we were working around the pool today and I'll show you that. And now they're just like, said, please show me where there's some water for us to play in. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy for them, you guys. Look how cute they are. They haven't been able to go in like any water source in easily like 2 weeks besides the water trough setup that I gave them because the pool was empty completely, and then when we got water in the pool, obviously we didn't want them in the pool, so it was very important that we made this pond for them just in time. Aww. It's a pond for you guys! And there's nothing scary in here as of yet. Hopefully nothing ever scary is in here. We've been thinking about like stocking it with fish, and I think that would be kind of like a fun thing to do, especially for them. They can eat fish. Okay, so they know how to get out. Fabulous! Okay. Now I'm even more happy. You can go in, you can go out, swim around, and back in they go. I love it. Ah, this is what ducks need. All ducks need a pond or a place to bathe. Now I can get so many more ducks. Right, Mike?
What?
So many more ducks?
Yeah, as many as you can fit.
Okay, in that case, they take up literally like hardly any of it. So we can probably have 100. Just kidding. They're so cute though. I'm so happy for them. Oh my gosh, they're getting the zoomies. Alfred has the zoomies. Mike is in the pond. Are you gonna go all the way in? No, are you scared?
Right there, it gets really deep. Oh, there's rock. There's a shelf. There it is. It's really deep.
Oh boy. So it's deep enough for the horses to go in. I want them to do more zoomies. I like that they can get out at pretty much all the sides. They're figuring it out. Much easier to get out of than the pool. It's like she wants to go back in again. Yeah, they are. I think they're still, yeah, definitely. Yep. She's so noisy. He's loving it. He's like, I've been needing to clean myself for days. Do the zoomies, Mrs. Butters. Where'd Alfred go? Oh, it's so funny. There she goes. So here it is, the reveal of the entire pond. So super cool. I wanted it to be a rectangle shape. That's why the shape is a rectangle. That's just what I liked. It's probably about 7 to 10 feet deep, just depending on, like, it's hard to say exactly how because we've sloped it down so much. So if you went in there, the water right now is probably what, like 5 feet, 6 feet, 7 feet of water. But once it fills up, then obviously it would be about 10 foot deep, around that, I would say. So the horses will be able to go in and kind of feel themselves float around and stuff. And then there's areas where that they can touch. So right now, obviously this is all natural water, like coming from the ground. So that's really cool. But then we also have all of this that can raise, which is about 2-3 feet of water over the whole thing that we can have overflow for summertime, which obviously was a huge thing of why we ended up making this pond as big as we did. So with that, we got all of this dirt, and it's about 15 loads of dirt. So far, knock on wood, all of the plans this year have kind of been working out how we needed them to be. We have that front pasture that we've been having the grass grow. It's fenced completely now that we can move the horses over there. We put dirt in over in the other pasture that gets super flooded during the summer so that it could grow back. The grass is almost all grown back over there. So in a couple months, we'll move them from that pasture over there where the pigs are to the front pasture, and this back pasture will be completely empty for a really long time. Basically for the rest of the year, this pasture is going to be empty of horses and all other animals besides the ducks so that they can go in their pond. But besides that, we are doing a lot with this dirt. So this is all the dirt. We have all of that. So it's so much dirt, and basically what we're doing is we are covering the entire pasture back here with the dirt, because if you see over here, this tree, see how it's kind of like a lump? So that's how high the ground back here was, and it's just like eroded away from all like the horses and the water and stuff. Basically now, as you can see, it's no longer as high as where it used to be. So all of this dirt over here will now be used to cover this entire pasture. And a bunch of like stumps and wood debris came out from that pond because a lot of it was actually buried under the ground. So a lot of that got taken out. So we do have a little bit of a burn pile that we still have to get rid of, but that's fine. It's not like it was. This stump got removed when they were digging the pond. They took it out for us and it was right there. But everything back here, so we're gonna have to move the round pen out. All of this back here is gonna get raised with all of this dirt, which is so needed for this back pasture. So where we cleared all of the foresty debris, that is a lot higher because that hadn't gotten worn down. So it's probably gonna be around the height of where that is. And then it's all gonna be sloping into the pond so that the way the water comes in, it'll go right where it needs to go, which is the pond. So hopefully we don't have any more flooding back here. My ducks are loving it. I'm so happy though for them. This was a huge push for us to get this done, obviously in time before summer, but huge push was ironically for these two little tiny animals. What'd you call them? So I don't know what's to happen in our future with ducks and more ducks, because she's still, sitting on a lot of eggs right now. She's still very much broody. I don't know if any of them are viable or not, and hopefully they are, and then they can bring their ducks back here. So what the plan with over here is, though, it's still just got done. So as you can see, it's kind of like not perfect around the edges. Mike's gonna take his skid steer. He's gonna slope it just a little bit more because we really wanna make sure that the horses can easily walk in and walk out and it not be a problem. I don't want them to ever feel like they're stuck in here, which they, you know, won't be, but still right now it's kind of a big slope. So even when we get rain, this is all gonna kind of like erode down and it's gonna create like a natural slope. But in the meantime, because I don't know when we're gonna get some rain, we need to make these sides a little bit nicer so that the horses can go in and out really easy, because it's important. I don't want them to get stuck in here or anything. So I don't think that they will. They have big legs anyways, but it'll be a lot easier for them to get in than get out right now. But yeah, they're gonna be hanging out with the ducks. And then once all this is sloped down, all the dirt is spread out, we'll go ahead and reseed the whole pasture and let the grass grow. And we'll have this done right before summertime, so we'll have all the summertime rain that can flourish the grass back here. So super exciting. Now back over here by the pool, I'm excited to give you another update because we are finally getting some fencing back so the dogs can finally get back in the backyard. And I'm so excited for them to get back here because they need more yard and we desperately need the yard back. So excited what got done today. Here is the fence. We continued the 4-board like we have up in the front pasture, and I think this was a great choice. So Mike and his brother worked on this today, got this all knocked out, and it turned out so good. I actually really like the way that the 4-board looks with the pool. I was really nervous about a fence even going back around the pool because I just love how open it looked and to the barn. But I think with the 4-board and the way it looks, I don't know. I just think it turned out really nicely. So we ended up going a little bit closer into the pool area, into the backyard, so that we could have a little bit more room for trailer parking. So there's where our old fence was, as you can see. The trailer's actually kind of running into it right now because Mike backed up with his skid steer, but disregard that. So a lot of debris there still, but this old fence needs to get taken out. But I wanted to show you guys how we've moved it in. Oh, Petey! Petey! She's made an appearance. Anyways, so as you can see, that right there is the difference where we've moved the fence in, which is really not gonna make a huge difference to the dogs, but oh my gosh, Petey, get out of the dirt. Anyways, Petey is taking a little sand bath. See ya. So we'll have more room back there, which is good anyways. Now we have all of this that needs to be resodded, and we need to get our millings all back into shape because it's a mess back here. But this is what the fence looks like on the inside. So it's really like enclosed this area, which I'm happy about. You can't really see all this from the front now anyways. And this is what the fence looks like. I don't know if you guys remember the last fence, but see there's an open hole right here. We never had a gate in here, and I really did not like having to walk all the way over there to where our gate was. But the gate had to be over there because it's a direct shot over to that gate to feed our pigs. But we added this one so that we could come out of the house and go straight out here to the barn. So we didn't have to like walk through here and just make more walking area. Everything around here is all about like efficiency. We always try to make things, you know, like I've told you in the past, very efficient for our lifestyle. So this is where the fence extends, and this will be our opening. We did make it a little bit wider than our last gate opening. Last gate opening was 4 foot. We made it 6 foot. It was too hard to bring the lawnmower back here through the one gate opening that we had on the other side. So we, again, trying to make it more efficient around here. And now the next step of the backyard would be refencing all of this and taking down the T-post fence. But we still need to sod all back here. And the last time that you guys saw this, there was all the debris and the big pile of dirt. We still have a little bit of debris left, but Mike went with his skid steer and graded all the dirt out, so it looks so pretty. And I feel like we finally are getting our backyard back, and I really want the dogs to be able to come back here because it's so much bigger of a yard than what they currently have and have had for the last 6 months. But they don't really mind too much. They don't really know the difference. Hi, Miley. But at least they'll be able to run. So we'll get rid of this fence. They redid this fence. I don't know if I'm gonna still put 4-board on that. I still haven't decided. I've been still reading through a bunch of your guys' comments to decide what we want to do. Vanilla! But it's really starting to come together around here. You can see how much dirt is back there from over here. But this is the view now from the backyard with the pool, new fence, and the barn. Hi, Petey. What do you think of the new fence? When we put the gates up, you're gonna have to go through fences again. It's been a while since you've had to. Everything's been wide open. You're gonna have to use your cat-like skills and start jumping fences again. Huh, Petey? Alright guys, so that is it for today's video. I'm so excited that we finally have a pond, a watering source for the livestock, a place for our ducks to happily swim around. I'm so excited about it, and honestly I'm really excited to see how this summer ends up being with all the flooding that we typically have. I'm really crossing my fingers and super hopeful that we shouldn't have as much flooding as we have the past couple years, so it'll be better for our horses on their feet and all the other animals. So I'm super excited about that. But if you guys like today's video, if you guys want to see more content about the pond, thinking about maybe stocking it, I'm not really sure yet, but if you guys want to see more videos like this, make sure you go and give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel down below. Make sure you turn on those post notifications so you don't miss any videos like this. And of course, make sure that you leave a comment in the comment section down below, because that's how I choose my shout out. Today's shout out goes to... All right, you guys, we love you, and we'll see you in the next one.